Hey y'all, so I want to say first things first, this message is not going to be for everybody. For some of you, this may be a message just for you to listen and get educated on some things. And some of you, you may actually have experienced this, okay? So let me get right into it. All right, we just had a full moon that just passed. I believe it's called the buck moon. It was on the 10th, all right? So today is the 15th that I'm recording this. Someone, and this is definitely family, all right? This is a family situation. Somebody who is a dark witch or warlock in your family, all right, who decided that they wanted to do some type of ritual again during this buck moon, okay? But the difference between the ritual this time is it did not get anywhere. Okay, it backfired. All right, someone decided to do some type of black magic on you this buck moon that just passed, and it literally backfired. The moment that they even stepped into your energy, it immediately backfired. So this person could have did some black magic on you, some root work, spell work, whatever type of way that they do it. There's many different ways that people be playing around, okay? But I'm getting that this is someone that likes to do their work and their magic late at night, all right? When they know that you are more than likely asleep, so that they can tap into your dream state and try to control your dreams and have you doing things that will make you feel disgusted, okay? Doing things that might make you feel humiliated, okay? Doing things in your dream where you're being bullied, where you're being chased, not really chased, but just people trying to like bully you and stuff like that. And I have learned in my dreams, when I have these dreams, when people are trying to bully me or say little shit, God allows me to literally kill them right then in my dreams. And I used to feel bad about it because I used to think like, oh, I shouldn't be killing people. But this recent time for the full moon, right? So because this person, God showed me this in a dream, this person did another ritual, all right? And they didn't know that you were more tapped in, and you know when someone is trying to play into your energy, or you know when it's a dream that God didn't send to you, okay? Because it could be demonic, okay? These people can have it where you're being like sexually assaulted in your dreams, where you're being raped in your dreams, where you feel like you're about to be killed. But what they do is they use close family members and friends to do this to you. So if you have low vibrational family members, they will literally have these family members do these things to you in your dream, okay? And it's all to get you to be freaked out and going crazy. Maybe you want to kill yourself because what happens in your dreams, okay? Like I said in the beginning, this message is not going to really resonate with all of you. I could just be educating you on some things because a lot of people do not believe in black magic in a way that people be working when it comes to the satanic rituals, okay? A lot of people, they believe in it when they're watching movies. They believe on it. They believe in it when it's in TV shows. But when we start to explain this in real life, people always think that, oh, this is false. Oh, God protects me. Oh, Jesus protects me. Of course, he will try. But if you're not in the field working with him, fighting against these black magic attacks, then you can definitely experience them a bit longer. So in this dream, y'all, it was so disturbing how they tried to do it. So I woke up in the middle of the night, and I always know when someone is trying to come into my energy because God will wake me up and I'm literally start to like itching all over the place to the point where I'll be uncomfortable. But this time I was like itching and I woke up, but it was because I had sort of, I guess you would say, it's a bad dream where someone was trying to like sexually assault me in a dream, and I ended up killing this person in the dream. So when I woke up, I started to pray against it. Okay, I'm giving you guys some tips on this of how to protect yourself, right? So I started to pray against whatever happened, and I asked God, whoever is trying to tap into my energy right now in this moment, I ask that you stop them immediately. I say a couple little things and blah, 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 blah. Boom, I go back to sleep, and in my dream, the same person that I have killed, they had came back into the dream. And this, so which told me that when I kill these people in a dream, it's okay. Like, I can kill them, because sometimes they will come back. So it just showed me like they really wasn't killed. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys really understand what I'm saying. But this was a weird type of dream because the same person kind of started the dream again. All right. But this time they were like doing something different and blah, 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 blah. We were like supposed to be going somewhere, and then this person was like, oh, I want to start praying first. They got on their knees talking about they wanted to start praying, but me knowing who this person is, I knew it was bullshit. And I was just like, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, I'm leaving you. And they was like, oh, you better not leave me. And what I do, I walked out of the house and I left this person. I think we was on our way to go do something, but when I left and we got in the car, it was so much that was going on. It was like people coming up to the car wanting to talk to us. We had like I had asked someone else to drive. I think it was like a brother of mine to drive or whatever. We was going over this bridge. There's this woman that's trying to just stop me from going forward to the bridge. The car had literally split into two, and it wasn't even a car no more. It looked like a carriage or like something that be carried with a tractor trailer. And it was like I had to literally use my feet and stuff to try to get across this bridge because someone was coming. But just with all of that happening, and then I made it to the bridge and I was telling people and whatever like that, and I just knew that there was some type of attack. So after that, I really started to because I had woke up in the middle of the night, went back to sleep. Boom, the person came back in my dream. This time he was talking about he wanted to pray, and we needed to be somewhere. So I'm like, okay, you're doing this on purpose. Get out of here. Bye. And then just knowing the spirit in these people, when you talking about you want to pray, yeah, all right. You probably could be the one that then prayed that bullshit to come on my path so that I couldn't get to where I needed to get to. You know what I'm saying? So even though people is praying for you, sometimes you need to understand or pay attention to who they're actually praying to, okay, or what they're praying about. All right, so that's specific for somebody may be trying to cover things up, talking about, oh, I'm praying for you, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I need to pray and do this, but you don't know who's actually listening to their prayers, and you don't know who they're actually praying to. Okay, but anyways, I say all of this to say that after I went back to sleep and I woke up again and I seen what was going on and I seen the attacks, I had knew that I needed to really, get in my Bible and read my Psalms and just clear out the energy and just let everything just be returned back to sender or just to backfire. And y'all, when I say the next day, my dream, it's just been so clear. I could just tell that people have just been removed out of my energy, out of my life. All right. It's really not that hard for me to clear things up, but when you don't know and you just think that you just having a bad dream and you're not actually up fighting against it, asking God for his protection or whatever like that, then this is how people can continue to stay in your energy and try to explore your Akashic records and see what you got going on. They try to destiny swap with you. They try to make you do certain things. They may try to poison you in a dream. They may try to do black magic on you while you're in the dream so that when you wake up, you're affected. God done showed me so much shit about people doing black magic and stuff in my dreams. Okay, there's a church that I grew up in. God has exposed that church, that people at the church that affiliates with black magic. Okay, God has already revealed to me my mother doing black magic. I done literally seen this lady in my dreams. God then also revealed to me an uncle of mine doing black magic. Okay, everyone all working together, but these are people that hide and cover in the name of Jesus. So the brother of mine that decided to get on his knees to pray, this is the type of energy that these people are on. They always want to act like they praying for you, or they're in church and acting like they're a praying woman or a praying man, but who are they actually praying to? Okay. And you want to know something that is very significant. Remember when I first had that dream and a person tried to sexually assault me, and I like ended up killing this person, but it was it wasn't even no weapons. It wasn't nothing. This person ended up just dying. I don't even know how God did it, but I ended up some type of strength. I killed this person. And I remember the cops was coming into the house, y'all. And, I'm thinking they finna come right in and try to lock me up or whatever, but this is how God has been exposing me to what spiritual jail and everything is about. It's not how it's going to happen here. So these cops come in and they're like, oh, let me check they wanted to check a bag that I had, but the bag wasn't even inside of the room that I was in where I killed this person. So I was just like, why do you want to check this bag, you know what I'm saying? But I'm letting them check it or whatever. And I literally told to the cops, I say, yeah, this is all taking place because of an inheritance. These people are mad because of an inheritance, you know? And this is what I'm saying literally in my dreams. Like I said, this message is not going to resonate with everyone, but you may learn something about how these people work. Okay, if you are constantly having, I know how to clear out the energy now, and you cannot just come roaming in my energy trying to manipulate the energy, trying to get me to be afraid or scared or whatever the fuck they want to do for me to kill myself or mentally go crazy. Okay, but this is just advice for you. If you are battling with some type of dreams, you need to wake up. When you wake up, you need to start praying and asking God to release you or help you in this situation. You really do. That's part of you getting in the field. You can say Jesus got you all day and night. You can say God got you all day and night. You're not actually winning a spiritual fight. You're not. Because when you are spiritually aware, you know that you need to always do spiritual protection to protect yourself. Because if not, people will try to do whatever they can to just manipulate the energy. That's the whole point. They just want to manipulate the energy. More than likely, it's because they're trying to continue to hide something. They don't want something to be brought to the light here. All right. So everybody's situation is going to be different. I know for me specifically, even though this message is kind of personal here, I know for me specifically, this is something to do with an inheritance situation, a life insurance policy or something like that, that my family has been trying to hide. Okay. So again, this will not resonate with everyone, but you will get to understand it. So I always try to relate myself to like Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella. I'm really one of God's princesses. My life story is really, really crazy and interesting, and it's still unfolding. All right. But, it's really crazy. Kind of think about in Sleeping Beauty when the aunt or this evil person put this, this curse on this woman and said that, something will happen to her and she would literally be sick and died. And she can't be woken back up until someone, her true love kisses her. So I've dealt with a lot of situations where, people in my family have been doing work, black magic, to stop me from, connecting with my true love. Because when I connect with my true love, just like with Cinderella, when she connected with her true prince, she got her inheritance. She got her house. She got everything that the stepmom thought that they was going to take from her. So a lot of people have been trying to hide or stop me from getting into true love. If they keep me in karmic situations or relationships, then God can't bless me because I'm not actually in alignment to be blessed. So now that things have been in alignment for me, right? All hell has been breaking loose, and somebody just recently did a spell work. I feel like I told them not to do it, okay? Because I know these people watch me and they listening to me, okay? And I literally said, if you got plans to do something, I don't think you should, because it's going to backfire immediately. And I feel like this person still decided to do it because they're just like, fuck it, what else do I have to lose? And I also feel like they tried to up it, or they tried to just do exactly, because I feel like you could have already went through this spell work that they did before in the past. Like, I feel like in the past, maybe a couple months ago, like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, they did this same spell work, and I feel like it did affect you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this time, literally, they came into your energy and they was gone by the next day. Okay, I'm getting like 6-7 months ago, they was in your energy for a little while. But now, it was like, because you got a grip of this, they lasted 1 day in your energy. And who knows what the fuck is going on next? Because listen, whatever you want for me, just be prepared to get it for you. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Like I said, this message is not going to be specific for your life. This may just be some tea on something, because a lot of people do not believe in this. They be naive to it. I grew up in a very strict kind of church. So, of course, I didn't believe in none of this shit. But when God showed me this and started to reveal these things to me, and then I started to actually get proof of some certain things, I will be a fool not to believe it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not a fool. So I do believe it. I do believe in God. I do believe in what he's showing me, what he's exposing to me. And I'm so better with my gifts where I can tell when the enemy is trying to manipulate the energy inside of my dreams. Okay? Because that's where God reveals a lot of things to me. So, yeah, I can usually tell when there's a different energy in my dreams compared to God, or when there's a different voice speaking to me that isn't God's voice. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because when God wants me to do something, it will be successful. It works out. When the devil wants me to do something, it doesn't work out because God won't allow it to work out. But I might hear the devil say, oh, do this or reach out to this person. You know what I'm saying? And if I reach out or things doesn't work out, it's because it wasn't supposed to. You get what I'm saying? But not everybody is able to identify these voices and understand who's who yet, but you will. You're going to keep praying, keep talking to God. You know what I'm saying? It's really just about you strengthening yourself. Continue to ask God to break the curses, hexes, black magic, whatever it is that someone is doing to try to stop your wealth, stop your success, stop you from being mentally stable. A lot of these people want you to be mentally unstable so that they can take things from you, or they can continue to lie on you. Okay, a lot of people started like smear campaigns talking about your character or whatever like that, and it's like now people are really seeing that who really has the character flaws. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you continue to just follow what God needs you to do, God is going to do the rest. At this point, there's nothing that I could do about this situation. God is just telling me to be still, but continue to work and do what He needs me to do. Continue to give out the messages, and that's it. But at this point, because somebody decided to do it again this full moon, with I specifically told not to do it this time because this wasn't the perfect time that was going to backfire immediately. But of course, when you're already in that evil mindset, you don't give a fuck. You don't have shit else to lose. And someone wanted to try it again and they fucked around and found out. I promise you, somebody is going to either be very, very sick, ill, on their deathbed very, very soon. This is just the things that God was just telling me and showing me recently, and my heart was kind of heavy about it, but God has been helping me release that because my heart shouldn't be heavy. God doesn't even want me to really be affected by this situation because it's kind of like a FAFO, someone, and it's really like God sees it all. So God knows how much someone actually hates you. God knows how much someone is really trying to put you in poverty. Someone is really stealing from you. God sees it all. So, sometimes we care about people, but it's like if we can see them the way that God can see them, we wouldn't give a fuck. So I just been learning to trust God and understand that if God is removing someone out of my life, or if God is exposing some things, understand that it's probably 110 times more than what I could see, because, from the human eyes, we can't see too much, but spiritual eyes, we can see it all. So if God is removing someone or exposing, it's probably because they're 10 times worse than what I actually can see. And if He really showed me or told me what these people thought about me, or how they try to do death rituals, death spells, shut up spells, freeze spells, just all types of random shit for me to just stop. God is saying it probably would have hurt your feelings. So He don't even really get into it. He just tells me exactly what I need to know, enough for me to just move forward without having to tell me the specifics of it, because it don't matter, how disconnected you are from these people. You still might feel a bit of a way because you're just like, I never deserved this. You're just like, how do you hate somebody that you birthed? Or how do you hate somebody that you're related to? How do you hate somebody that's your child? How do you hate somebody that's your niece or your nephew? Like, it's just weird. So God is just like, if I really told you or shown you the way that I see people through my eyes, you will understand. You would get rid of these people in a heartbeat, because they really, really, really is jealous and hates you so much. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just wanted to come on here really quick and just talk about that, how I told people, or I tried to warn people not to play around, and they still did it. And this is why these storms and everything has been going on, because you're playing with the wrong one. Okay? Okay, now I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.